How's it going, folks? Welcome back to the channel, where today we're going to be talking about our beloved Nextchain. Now, on any given day, thousands of new tokens flood the market, each promising to upend the status quo. Yet once in a great while, a project surfaces that feels genuinely ahead of its time, one that addresses tomorrow's problems instead of reskinning yesterday's code. Well, Nextchain is that rare outlier, and you can always check them out in the description down below. Still in the pre-sale at a modest, below 10 cents, it already carries a projected listing price that's above by a factor of at least 5, right? Hinting at a near-term 5-time surge and a realistic pathway to a 30x growth by 2025 later on in the year. Now, you must know that I'm not a financial advisor and I'm only reading you information that's publicly available. You should always do your own due diligence before investing into anything in the crypto world. But price targets, eye-catching though as they are, only scratch the surface. What truly sets Nextchain apart is how seamlessly it weaves artificial intelligence, quantum-resistant security, and next-generation tokenomics into a single, elegantly engineered ecosystem. First, let's consider the chain's AI-driven smart contract layer. Traditional contracts are rigid, they execute a fixed set of conditions and then sit dormant. Nextchain itself instead teaches its contracts to adapt. So by ingesting these real-time on-chain and Oracle data, these self-optimizing agreements can adjust lending rates, reprice NFTs, or even rebalance DAO treasuries with human intervention. In a world where micro volatility can wipe out an unprepared protocol in minutes, that kind of machine learning under the hood is less a luxury than a necessity. Nextchain's architecture allows DeFi platforms to become self-healing, NFTs to become dynamic assets, and decentralized organizations to behave more like living entities than static bylaws etched into code. Speed is the next frontier. And here too, Nextchain refuses to play by yesterday's rules. Instead of relying on the linear chain structure that has throttled legacy networks, Nextchain is built on a directed acyclic graph, or DAG. Picture transactions branching out like a hive mind rather than lining up at a single toll booth. The result is near instant confirmation, negligible congestion, and fees so low, about 1/10 of a cent per transfer, that high-frequency trading or micro transactions suddenly become viable. And what's more, this speed does not compromise decentralization at all. Each new transaction helps validate previous ones, ensuring the security model scales in tandem with throughput. No discussion of a future-proof blockchain is complete without addressing the looming quantum threat. While most networks hope quantum computers remain science fiction a little longer, Nextchain has already integrated post-quantum cryptography into its core consensus. Its lattice-based signatures and hash-based security primitives are designed to withstand the very attacks that could one day render current encryption obsolete. Investors who park their assets here are not betting on a fleeting trend, they are hedging against an inevitability. So, it's always important to stay up to date, it's always important to update, and it's always important to secure yourself against the future of technology. Nextchain seems to be doing that, so check them out in the description down below. Interoperability is another pillar upon which Nextchain is built. Cross-chain bridges to Ethereum, Solana, Avalanche, and other top ecosystems are not afterthoughts added via third-party wrappers, they are native capabilities. That means tokens and data can migrate frictionlessly, unlocking liquidity that would otherwise remain siloed. In practical terms, projects that launch the Nextchain can tap into the deepest liquidity pools in crypto without abandoning the network speed or security advantages. But this technology, however dazzling, can crumble under poor incentives. So Nextchain's designers tackled this head-on with a sustainable token model. The initial float is intentionally lean, minimizing early dilution, while scheduled unlocks follow a gentle linear curve. No cliff edge token dumps lurking to shock the chart. A dynamic burn mechanism retires a fraction of every transaction fee, nudging the supply down over time, even as staking program returns yield to local or long-term token holders. For those that are eager to secure an early foothold, the process itself is refreshingly simple. Navigate to Nexchain.ai, or the link down below, connect a wallet, and claim an allocation before the current tranche closes. The project also offers a 10% USDT referral bonus turning every early adopter into an ambassador whose interests are tied directly to the network's expansion. None of this, of course, erases the inherent volatility of crypto markets, so this is not financial advice, it's an invitation to perform rigorous due diligence. But if your research does lead you to the same conclusion many early analysts are drawing, that Nextchain is positioned to become a cornerstone of the next Web3 wave, well, hit the like button, subscribe, check them out down below, and I hope to see you all in the next video.